In this video, we're going to be talking about the suspension upgrade I've done on my Nissan X-trail T30. So for the springs, I purchased IRONMAN coil springs with these part numbers. Front and rear. Front has got 50 kg load rating and 200 kg load rating on the back. So much stiffer than original, and this is purely to maintain its height when you've got the car fully loaded, which we obviously do when we're out camping, which is the purpose of this vehicle. I've got some quotes to replace the springs and the struts. For the struts, I've used KYB Excel-G struts, and the cheapest I found was just around $500 to do it. So I've purchased a couple of these from eBay for $20, called spring compressors. Be careful when you use these things, because do your research, because if you do it wrong, it can kill you. And so that's how it looks like. That's how it stands at the moment. 35mm lift, which is like an inch and a half, just under an inch and a half lift springs. Tires have been upgraded to 235/70/16 in size. That's how it stands. We'll check out the ground clearance and see how much we've gained. So onto the front of the vehicle, onto the lowest part, which is basically in the middle of my bash plate. You're looking at just under 8.5 inches, which is roughly just under 220 mil. Highway pressures on the tires, so unloaded. So in the middle of the vehicle, I'd say this would be the lowest part. Not exactly here, but this one here, it's hanging down a bit, which is kind of in line with the muffler. So I'd say if we measure that, we are around 300 mil or 12 inches. Now, all of us T30 Xtrail owners know that the lowest part in the back is the rear muffler, which I am yet to change because it is hanging really low. So let's measure it. We are around 11 inches, which equates to 28 mil. Now let's talk about the performance of the vehicle after swapping with stiffer springs. I can say that I'm quite pleased with the result. I was expecting it to be, a way harsher ride because of the load rating I have in the front and the rear. Just to be clear for those of you who don't know, so as I've said, 50 kg load rating in the front, 200 kg load rating in the rear. What that means is that if you, for example, for the front, it will take, you could put up to 50 kgs load on the front, and in theory the springs won't sag. And if you go beyond that, that's when it starts sagging. That's when you lose your clearance. Same with the back, 200 kgs. So you can imagine how much stiffer the springs are compared to the original one. So you would expect a harsher ride, much harsher ride, if you are unloaded. But surprisingly, it is very comfortable. Obviously stiffer, but I'm very pleased with it. Handles way better on the road, as you can imagine, with stiffer suspension. I'll be doing more videos showing modifications I've done on the Nissan X-Trail. So don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.